The printing industry is considered one of the most vital and artistic industries. No human being can live without it, or without using its various products every day and every moment in his life. He uses books, magazines, newspapers, banknotes, packing cases and wrapping. A human being is surrounded by printing and its products from the moment of his birth. The first thing he uses is a printed paper, the birth certificate. The last thing he uses is also a printed paper, the death certificate. Printing, in its latest definitions, is making data and information seen on paper and on a wide range of materials, even on screens with different dimensions. The ancient Egyptians, the pharaohs, started to record their news, stories and historical events on walls and on the first type of paper ever made, which is papyrus paper. After that, the Chinese were the first who knew paper at the end of the 1st century AD. The Arabs knew it in the 2nd century AD, when they came into contact with the Chinese. The Chinese were also the first who printed using moving letters, but actually it was Johannes Gutenberg who was the first who officially invented it in 1450. The oldest forms of writing before Islam were long poems which were hung on the Holy Kaaba. They used this way in order to honor their poems by hanging them on such a holy and honored place. And besides the irregular efforts done to document the Islamic religion, some efforts appeared in the art of writing. In the era of Umar ibn al-Khattab, writing became an essential part of state's work. The Islamic conquests in Egypt enlightened the history of writing in books. Arabs played a great role in saving humanity's heritage. The Arabic language was the vessel in which the heritage moved. In 1828, Al-Waqa'i' al-Masriya, or the Egyptian Facts newspaper, was printed. 1 century after the establishment of the Boulay printing house, known now as America Printing House, this industry spread all over the country. Muhammad Ali established a number of small printing houses in Cairo, Alexandria, and other locations. Moreover, the lithographic stone printing houses started to spread, especially in Upper Egypt. In 1824, foreigners established a printing house in Alexandria, and in 1837, Egyptians established their own printing house. When Khedive Ismail ruled Egypt, he bought the Boulay printing house in 1865 from its owner to the account of Al-Saniya governorate area. He also bought a steam engine for it. It was the first steam engine to be used in an Egyptian printing house. Egypt discovered stone printing houses quite late. This took place when the Egyptian government brought it to military and non-military schools, while the foreign printing houses discovered it when Benson brought it to Alexandria as the first foreign artistic stone printing house. After the British invasion, the number of foreigners increased in Egypt, especially a large number of co-workers who were working in the Boulay printing house. At the time, its name was changed to Al-Matabi' al-Ahliya. Boulay printing house exchanged students with other countries. The Land Survey Office and railway printing houses became prominent, just as Bullet Printing House was. In the year 2000, printing houses in Egypt totaled 3,700. 6 years later, in 2006, they had reached around 4,800 printing houses registered at the Chamber of Egyptian Printing Industries. Nowadays, while we are in the beginning of the 20th century, the printing industry in Egypt has reached its best level. It has entered the new electronic digital era, with continuous support from the government and a specialized chamber for the printing industry, plus the PIDA organization for the industry's development and the TAG Productive Cooperation Organization for its industries and requirements. In Egypt nowadays, there are a lot of local companies that produce the raw materials and requirements for the printing industries, such as paper, cardboard, flexible polymer films, liquid and thick inks, in addition to printing plates, adhesive materials, coating, varnishing and cleaning materials. There are also hundreds of printing houses that modernize their production lines and techniques with the latest international technology from machinery and electronic equipment. It started using electronic montage systems and digital streamline motion operating systems, in addition to getting all the parts and stages of the printing production together inside one network. Here are the Egyptian printing houses. They produce more than 130,000 tons of newspapers and more than 60,000 tons of magazine papers in the form of 14 daily newspapers. Printing houses that are specialized in packing and wrapping products. Egypt has also entered the new world of digital printing. It is considered the fifth and most advanced way in printing. It is distinguished with several aspects that are not found in traditional ways, like printing with special orders and when only needed, and with specific required numbers. That way they save a lot of time, effort and money, using the changeable information and the printed materials directed to specific people, taking into consideration the distribution possibilities first, then the printing process. In Egypt nowadays, there are a lot of places that provide teaching and training for the newest techniques and systems of printing arts. They also graduate new generations with experience and information that suit the new digital age.